I want to talk about real quick. It's not going to be that long. Let me put this here. I want to talk about gaming real quick. You know how I've said gaming is changing. If you haven't been watching those videos, if you haven't been seeing my other videos about, how Square Enix is and everything like that, that's fine. You don't have to. But I'm looking at videos, some spiritual videos, or what's going to happen to this planet and stuff. But I'm not here to talk about that. What I want to talk about is obviously you see the title gaming. Um, Sooner or later, we are going to get paid for playing video games. Most people might think that that's not a real thing. Most people might think that that's not going to happen. No, it's actually you actually kind of seeing it right now. Why do you think some of these companies are trying to do the NFT stuff? Why do you think Square Enix, for example, wants you to play a beta game before it's even a thing? Why do these video game companies want you to play an open beta? Isn't that supposed to be for what is it? Game testers to test the game out to see if it's going to function, work, or things that they miss or things that they didn't fix. Now, for that to give to the person is fucked up to the customer. But if you're going to pay the customer to do that, then it's fine. But also, don't be surprised that if in, don't be surprised in the future that you can play a game and just by you playing the game, you get money, real money, like real actually money you'll spend. Don't be surprised. Remember when I say things are changing? Things are changing even around the world too as we speak. Okay, the whole thing of diesel, diesel fuel, yeah, that shit's going. That shit's gone. Guys, it's all this is. If you guys been paying attention, especially in the spiritual enlightenment way, if you guys been paying attention to this planet, this has been written on the wall for quite a while. All right, Ready Player One told you that this shit was going to happen. Okay, and I'm not talking about the year of 2040 or all that. No, 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 or the stacks or something like that. No, 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 no. What they told you was you playing a video game and you getting paid for it. And there's a show all about that shit with this chick that was in Kick-Ass that played Kefka. She gets like a virtual reality set from her brother that her brother ordered, and she plays her brother's avatar, and she's doing really good in the game. And then she starts feeling these punches and everything like that. She's like, "Oh, what the hell?" You know, and you realize that in that when she's playing as her avatar brother, his skin falls off. I mean, his skin gets ripped, and you find out that he's it's a robot, basically, an NPC, basically. So and then she's trying to get paid, and then the government is trying to do all of that stuff is true, guys. All of that stuff is going to happen. All right. Why do you think some of these video game companies are trying to do what they're doing right now? Why do you think people look at Square Enix right now and think they're Shinra right now? Because they already know what's happening. They already know that gaming is changing and they want to be the rivals to the gamers. They want to be like that. They want to be like that. They don't have to be like that. But guess what? Look at all their business decisions that they're doing. Of course they want to be like that. Why would they be? Because if you look at some of the anime, some animes about video games, and you find out how to corrupt the people that made the platform video game, you'd be like, huh, that's funny. And then you find out people get paid, get some currencies and everything like that when they play the game. Sometimes it is life and death. It is. But the reason I mention this is because it is heading to that route. We are heading to that type of world of gaming. Gaming is changing people. It is. And this might scare you. You might think that this is not going to be a thing. They already told you it. They already told you and they're already preparing for it right now. Again, going back, why do you think Square Enix and some other gaming companies are trying to do the NFT shit? Microtransaction shit. They were trying to do this. They be telling you it ever since microtransactions already came out. Okay, guys? The only thing is, now it's going to be beneficial to the players now. because we're sick of the bullshit of what they're putting out here. So what the video game companies are going to do? They're like, okay, you're sick of this bullshit, but how about now? You are getting paid now. But a lot of people might not like that because now I'm playing a video game that's a job. There's going to be a lot of mixed emotions too when this does happen. Very mixed emotions. But I guarantee you, no one won't bat an eye once they literally get their first currency. That's how people are. Once they get the first currency, people will be like, "Oh, I'm good." And the thing is, that won't even last long either. It won't. It's not going to be that long when it happens, and it's not even going to be that long either when it ends. To be honest, don't be surprised if this government system is gone and then it happens, or this government system is still around a little bit, then we have it, and then it just doesn't last that long at all. Pay attention. Just pay attention. Pay attention. You have to pay attention to what's going on around here. Again, this is not a spiritual video and all that stuff, but you guys need to see the writing on the wall with the video game industry now. I'm not saying the video game industry is gone and dead forever. Actually, it's not. It's not. It's always been thriving forever. It's just that you guys need to open your first eye to find out that you are inside a simulation that you made for yourself. You did. You made it for yourself. The reason you made it for yourself is because you want to have this experience. And I'm talking to the people that are color skinned. Yes. Anyone else is not supposed to be here. Yes. That's a history and fact. Okay? We made a planet which is called, all right, look, planet is called the planet, we all call it mother, right? It's a womb. When you put matrix and it's Latin, matrix is supposed to be a simulation, right? Like the movie The Matrix. When you switch the word matrix into Latin, it is called a mother's womb, meaning that the planet is a mother's womb for you to project yourself into that simulation to act your way out inside a video game, basically. So in a way, you're already doing it without getting paid. But now you're going to get paid. All right? You see how that works? You see how it is? You see, this is something that a lot of people don't want to think about because people want to think that, oh, this is just conspiracy or some shit like that. No, it's not conspiracy. You know what is a conspiracy? You not knowing what the fuck's going on around here. That is conspiracy. It is. That is conspiracy. How can you not know what's going on around here, but I do? And many people that I've talked to know what's going on around here, but they don't want to fully admit it. You know how bullshit that is? But I'm not getting into that. That's another story for another day. All you guys need to know that this stuff about gaming is changing for the better for gamers. And people that are not gamers, people that are not look again, they showed this in Ready Player One. They showed this in the movie Tron 1 and 2. All right, there's a lot of movies that are about video games I can point out that I was going to trickle to the fact of what's going to happen soon. Hey, you can deny it. That's fine. But I'm telling you this right now. You can deny this. Gaming is changing for the better. Gaming is changing for the better, not for the worse. If you think it's for the worse, then you have no idea what's happening here. You have no idea. You're just paying attention to the negative stuff. You're not looking at what the positive stuff is happening. Because they want to, because look, I don't blame you if you see a lot of negative shit, because that's all they're promoting. The gaming industry, that's all they're pushing. But if you take a step back and look at the umbrella as a whole, you'd be like, holy shit. Holy shit. They're preparing for us literally to get paid for this shit. Some people think that's a dream come true. Other people think it's a nightmare. Why? Because at that point, they think that it's not fun anymore playing these games. But we all know there's always a game that we like and enjoy so much that we could just play it all day and we never get tired of it. For example, Grand Theft Auto. What if you can get paid for Grand Theft Auto Online? Most people were like, you think Rockstar would do that? Trust me, they would be forced to do it. They would be forced to do it. A lot of these video game companies are actually being forced to do it because the time that is changing around this planet. I'm sorry. When the planet is changing, these motherfuckers have no choice but to change, or else they die off. It's just a simple mathematic facts, guys. Come on, seriously. You can't be this naive. You can't be like, oh, that happens, and you can't look at the animal kingdom and be like, that happens there, and then look at our civilization and be like, that happens. That's bullshit. We can't separate ourselves with nature. That's we all die, you idiots. Seriously. Every time, any type of history that man separates himself from nature, guess what? Nature always wins. So don't try. Don't even try. All right? Because you're gonna look like a fucking idiot if you do. Just saying, man. Just saying. And this whole stuff that what's gonna happen to gaming is really beautiful. It's really great. Now, could it be intimidating at first? Because a lot of stuff that I point out, like look at the stuff that you see in the movie Ready Player One, when the main character, sorry, I'm looking at my 3DS though, but when the main character, is trying to get money and shit like that, and they're trying to kill him, just trying to live your life. You're just trying to make good on what you do. The reason they tried to kill him is because he knew the secrets of how to break the game, of how to get the Easter egg. You see? You see how we all, guys? You see how the gamers are? There's tons of gamers out here that would do that type of shit. And why do you think they won't try to capitalize on it? Of course they would. Of course they would. Guys, they showed you this in Ready Player One. Okay? Don't think that this is a fantasy or just make believe. We're already living it right now, to be quite honest with you. The only difference is that we're not getting paid for it, but that's happening soon. Okay? Seriously. Like I said before, it might not last long, but it's going to last enough that we're going to be like, you know what? That was a nice ride. I wish it lasted longer, but you know what? I'm not going to be ungrateful of what we got. It was nice while it lasted, basically. And the experience that I got was great, So I think that's really it. Could I think about other things? I mean, there's one thing here. For crying out loud, they're about to get rid of trucks. Trucks. When there's no diesel, gas, what do you think they're going to do? You guys don't understand how this shit works. You really don't understand how this shit works. How this works is that they take things out and they put things in because what they put in has already been around for like plus 30 years. It's just they never showed us it. It's either stolen by old technology from extraterrestrials that look like carbon people. I'm not playing with you. Or they steal it, stole it, or they took it from other extraterrestrials. Why do you think we have all this fancy technology? There's even people questioning that. All of a sudden, we went to basically with no clothing, all poor. Some of us were slaves, and then all of a sudden, boom, high tech. The fucking was it we get train tracks. The fuck? Out of nowhere? Come on, man. Train tracks are really, really high in technology if you really think about it. A lot of people don't think about that, but it really is. When you see a civilization make train tracks, you'd be like, no, you guys went way too fast, way too far, really too fast. Someone gave you that shit. Someone gave you that shit, or you stole it. Come on, guys. You gotta wake up now. It's 2020. It's 2022. What do you guys expect to wake up when? Seriously. Seriously, when are you actually going to start questioning your reality? When you're in your 80s? When you're on your deathbed? Come on, man. That's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's better to think about all this shit when you're young. Because when you're older, when you get to my parents' age, when you tell people shit about the truth, they don't want to listen to it. So don't be those type of people. Don't be that ignorant. Don't be those type of old farts that just want everything to stay the same and don't want things to change. Okay? This is why do you think color people still get fucking killed? Because things haven't changed. Because all people having rised up and told these fucking white people to stop killing us. If you don't stop killing us, we're going to go to war with you. Why is that so hard? Why is it so hard to be firm and grip to people? Oh, because we live in a society that everyone gets offended. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. It doesn't. We're not in 2015. We're not in 2019. That shit has passed. That shit's old. And you guys are still trying to promote that shit? It is old and dead and buried. Even that is dying off. And it wants to die. The whole agenda shit, the whole SJW Nazi shit, that shit wants to die. It died in 2019. But that shit is trying, that thing is trying to die, and the only thing that is keeping it up is these stupid YouTubers sometimes, and these stupid agenda people that want to put shit in their shows and movies and shit like that. You guys are trying to keep that alive while it's literally when it's literally hitting itself on the head because it wants to die. It doesn't want to keep going anymore. But you keep putting on life support. Makes no fucking sense. Alright, but again, that's another story for another day. It really is. But look at the technology that we have around here now, guys. Okay? Seriously. You guys are not even thinking. Literally, 5 years ago, we couldn't even get food from our phones. Like literally DoorDash and shit like that. 5 years ago. You guys are not thinking how fast technology has went, dude. If you're not thinking of that, then I don't know what to tell you. You're naive, you're dumb, and you haven't been noticing shit. And that's sad. Imagine living life not knowing what's going on to this planet or what's going to happen to this planet. That's scary. That is scary to know, man. That is scary to know. Why? Because you're not prepared. You're not prepared. You're not prepared. You're not. If you live in an area with volcanoes, you will be prepared. If you live in an area that has a history of hurricanes or tsunamis, you'd be prepared. Right? Don't be an idiot and say you wouldn't. Then that's stupid. Why would you live over there? That's like me trying to live on an island filled with water and then always gets flooded. And I'm complaining about it. Motherfucker, you want to live there? Come on, man. Common sense. People need to have common sense now. Alright? People need to have common fucking sense because that's another thing that people are trying to kill too. Trying to kill common sense so they can bring out more of the stupidity shit. No, that's not going to happen anymore. I'm done with that shit. You're done with that shit, and many people are done with that shit. If you're watching this video, you're done with that shit, and you want gaming to change. You want gaming to change the way that I'm talking about. Seriously, and it is going to be like that. It is. It is. And I know some people might be like, "Oh, when's that going to happen? I want to know now, now, now." It's like, if you want to know now, 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 then you have no idea and no recollection of what's around you or what's going on at all. That's what I'm saying right now. That's why I say pay attention, man. Listen, pay attention. Look at your surroundings. All right? Not just with gaming, but with life in general. Seriously, man. You actually learn something. You grow more as a person. You become better as a person. Seriously, man. Seriously. But there's a lot of people that don't want to benefit themselves because if they try to do benefit themselves, they see themselves as ugly and they don't want to change. Because sometimes when someone tells you something, you get angry right away. That is because that's the ego trying to tell you, oh, maybe you should have changed. They're stupid or some shit. You know. So it's always good to adapt. It's always good to evolve. Right? And that's what's happening to gaming right now. It's going to evolve and has adapted. And the whole thing that I'm talking and the whole thing I talked about too, of color people projecting themselves down here and shit like that. Yeah. We did. We projected ourselves down here. That's another form of video game-ish. Most people are like, how can you prove that? Oh, easy. You dreams when you go to sleep and you die. Death is a real thing in the physical plane, isn't it? When someone dies, they're there, they're husk. Where's their soul? Or where's their spirit? It went back. This is just their avatar. This is just my avatar. When I'm dead, this will be here while my soul and spirit will be up there. You see how that works? You see how that works? And people don't want to put this together because they're so scared. They're so scared of that reality. It's already a reality anyways. So I don't know why you guys are fucking scared when you already live in it. You already live in it. You already live in it. So you can't be scared if you already live in it. You're just scared because you just got the realization that you do live in it, and you realize that maybe you're stuck or you don't know how to change it. No, you figure it out. You figure it out. You figure it out. You will. You figure it out because you are the co-creator of your reality. Wherever you think, show shall be. It is, as long as it's not nothing negative or you're trying to hurt someone. If it's not, if it's your own people, then it's not going to work. If it's your enemies, of course it's going to work. All right. So, with the whole thing of gaming and closing, with the whole thing of gaming, you guys should know that this is something for the better of gaming. To be quite honest, and I'm not saying the whole VR aspect is not going to adapt and evolve to that, but look at also the metaverse. All right, that's another good example. You think these motherfuckers give a fuck about you, and then they want to make a metaverse? Motherfucker, they know exactly. I know exactly what they're trying to do, and if you don't know what they're trying to do, then you're naive too. All right, what's the difference between being inside a VR headset and not living life comparing to picking up a controller, playing the system, and then dropping it off and doing something else? One, you're playing the game and then you're living life, and the other one is that the game is you're playing a game of life. The other one is because you're in a VR headset now. And what happens when you die in that? What happens when you die inside that VR headset? Remember that again? They made a show called Cyberpunk, man. What do you think all those chips was about? All those USBs inside people. What do you think those were about? Come on, man. Don't be naive. All right. Everyone knows that's been in tune and spirit with themselves. They know that everything that they show to you is going to happen in our reality. Why? Because they want to show it to you if it's not going to happen in our reality. They would never show it to you if it was not going to happen in your reality. Okay? The only difference is you are the co-creator of your reality, the balls and the will to change whatever these motherfuckers are going to try to do. For example, you know the whole movie 2012? Yeah, the whole movie 2012 was to supposedly scare people into manifesting it in real life. But guess what? It didn't work. Either because people thought the movie was shit, or people just didn't like the movie. And the people that did like the movie, they were like, it's a nice, fun popcorn movie. That's it. That's it. That's it. You know, and people that do see it in a enlightenment way, they'll like, oh, it's a field tactic, but also they're telling people what is going to happen in this planet, but they exaggerate it in the movie so much. Why? To scare you. To scare you. To literally scare you. But they will never exaggerate how Superman is in his movies. You see how that is? They will put the fear in you more potent than the truth to you. You see how it is? Because they want you to be scared, and that's how they feed off of you. These other people, these other worldly people, if you want to call them that, these wicked pieces of shits, they attract to vibration things. Okay, they do, and that's why they trying to make games. Okay, to attract people that are dumb, stupid, and don't know what the fuck is going on around here. All right, again, going back, look at the NFT stuff. Look at what Square Enix is doing. They want to make something. They want to make. They want to make a system that you can play. They want to have a system that, hey, if I give you a picture of me, guess what? That picture of me costs money, but there's no structure of it right now. It's literally saying that I have money, but there's no bank account. There's no bank structure. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Seriously, I have money, but there's no bank structure. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Maybe for you and me, that'd be fine. But for the government that has a lot of money, they hate that shit. They despise it. They despise that shit. They don't want none of you guys to be like that. That's why they try to. That's why. What do you think they do? Why do you think they do taxes? They take every time they want that money. They take they take it out because of taxes. Oh, because it goes to your schools, it goes to your hospitals, and it goes to the construction of the cities and shit like that. That's another conversation for another day. But I have to tell you this is that if that's true, the educational system would have changed a long time ago. Why is the educational system still telling about the bullshit about what our grandparents have been taught? They're still telling in school about Christopher Columbus, which they shouldn't anymore. Okay? The fact that they're still trying to keep telling about you that bullshit of Christopher Columbus just shows that that shit hasn't changed. That's an agenda. And if you haven't seen that shit, then I don't know what to tell you. I could say that you're stupid for not seeing that. It's 2022. How stupid can you be at this point? People can't be this dumb. People can't be this dumb for not seeing this shit. And if you are, there's no hope for you. There isn't. There's no hope for you. Seriously, you're gonna die dumb. Seriously. Seriously, you're gonna die ignorancy. Come on, man. Come on. You would think with other things like video games and movies, but you won't think about your own life or what's around you in your own life. That you know how idiot that is? That's like literally going to Africa and not paying attention to your surroundings. Are you dumb? A fucking rhino could be charging right at you. But no, you're just on your phone texting. About to, cross a pit. Cross a freaking about to cross a whole bunch of freaking lions that are about to grab you and eat you, but you're not noticing it because you're just on your phone. Blah, blah, blah. You know? Stupid shit like that. You can't be that stupid and that naive, man. Common sense. When does common sense finally kick in? When does the instinct finally kick in? I do know there are some people out here that do not have that at all. And those are not people. Those are not people. There are people that cannot strategize but to themselves. Those are not people. Those are not people. Those are not people. Those are viruses. Those are viruses. Okay? That's why when you hear about what do you think I complain about turn-based RPGs and people action RPGs and people saying that, oh, fuck turn-based. I'm like, yeah, fuck turn-based because you don't know how to strategize for shit. You're not a person. You're not a person. If I send you to the battlefield, you be dead on the first you be dead on the first time you get out of the boat. What the fuck is your strategize? Fucking idiots. So that's really it, man. That's really it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about gaming. Do you think it's changing? Do you agree with what I see and stuff like that? Hey, if you don't, then you don't. That's fine. But I see what gaming is about to be soon. And it looks pretty dope. It looks pretty fun. Could there be things that are like, oh my god, hey, guys, we need to hit bumpy roads to get something great, obviously. Now, when the other stuff happens, like the government coming after you because you're making a lot of money, or you did something to a game and you are famous and shit, then that's a whole different story. Again, like Ready Player One, But again, that's a whole different thing. Another conversation for another day. And at that point, you have to be in survival mode. Or only strategize. Think more outside of the box of how to defeat your enemies. Count it out. If you're doing your own video games, why not do it in real life? So I'll see you guys later. Be safe. And tell me what you guys think about this video.